On the news tonight, federal government launches initiative that will unify data bank designed to reform education sector. Guest on Good Morning Nigeria examines features of new NIMC multipurpose card. Afe Babalola drops defamation suits against Dele Faritimi. Good evening and welcome to NTA Ijebu ode News at 7. My name is Mercy Ezeshi and here are the news in details. In the next 3 months, Nigeria's education sector is expected to have a unified and consistent data bank designed to guide ongoing reforms in the system. This follows the inauguration of a committee by the Federal Ministry of Education to oversee the implementation of the Nigeria's Education Data Initiative. Zenrid Digmon reports.
The lack of reliable and comprehensive data has long hindered progress in Nigeria's education sector, making it difficult to make informed decisions, allocate resources efficiently, and accurately measure performance. To address this, the federal government has initiated a plan to consolidate fragmented data from various agencies and institutions into a central, credible, and reliable platform. This platform will track students' educational journeys from their foundational years to their integration into the labor force, providing a clear picture of progress at every stage.
Together, we are laying the foundation for a data-driven education ecosystem that meets the needs of today while preparing for the challenges of tomorrow.
This will identify gaps and make targeted interventions where they are needed, monitor progress in real time, and address emerging challenges proactively. Foster transparency and accountability in resource allocation and policy implementation. Strengthen collaboration.
At the end of the day, whatever our universities and various educational systems is turning out, let it be very relevant to the productivity of our economy.
The Ministry of Education is optimistic that this development will make the education system more inclusive, effective, and responsive to the nation's needs. In Abuja, Zenred Digmon, NTA News.
Do you know that the new NIMC multipurpose card is set to provide Nigerians with global best security features for a one-stop card transactions and eliminate the use of multiple cards and multiple transaction fees? Now, the government to people targeted program-based cards that will also enable more vulnerable Nigerians enjoy social interventions and other government benefits seamlessly. Lydia Sampson reports.
The multipurpose card, fitted with higher security for use across sectors and can operate offline, is believed to be a game changer. Guest on Good Morning Nigeria found this when it will be launched.
From intense observation, from feasibilities, that those who would end up coming for the general multipurpose card may perhaps be the middle class and the top echelon.
These G2P cards are program-based. So maybe Ministry of Agriculture has palliatives and programs that they want to give out to citizens. So this card is issued and is used. It has multiple wallets. So each of these wallets is assigned to maybe a particular agency or a particular program which citizens can benefit from.
The uniqueness of having the convergence of biometric identity and financial records, as well as taking into account the gaps and challenges of the first NIMC card, is leveraging collaboration in the realization of federal government renewed hope agenda.
If you go to a bank to issue your card, you are issued the national ID card with the payment capabilities. You do not need to go to any other bank to issue another national ID. Again, for sake of emphasis, you can't even issue another national ID from any other bank.
Somebody can play around with OTPs, somebody can play around with your PIN if they steal it, but nobody can steal your date, your who you are. So today payments has evolved from what you have to who you are, and that's what Afrigo promises to Nigerians regarding the general multipurpose card from NIMC.
With a validity of 5 years, the multipurpose card is homegrown but offers international standard. When available, the card can be obtained through NIMC online portal, banks, and well-trained agents. This, the guests say, is to eliminate the cumbersome procedure experienced of getting the card for all Nigerians. In Abuja, Lydia Sampson, NTA News.
The Oni of Ife's intervention has led to the withdrawal of a court defamation suit against Dele Farotimi by Afe Babalola, a legal luminary. This was revealed today after a closed-door meeting with the Oni of Ife, other royal fathers, and Are Afe Babalola in Ado-Ekiti. Olukemi Sani reports.
The arrival of Oni of Ife on the premises of Afe Babalola University, Ado-Ekiti, set the stage for the closed-door meeting with other top traditional rulers. Oba Adeyeye Ogunwusi, who spoke on behalf of the Obas, appealed passionately to Are Afe Babalola to consider the various forces and personalities that have intervened in the matter, including the former president, Olusegun Obasanjo, to please pardon Dele Farotimi.
One of the proponents of Yoruba ethos, which has been your strongest values that you hold in high esteem. And that is what we are using to bring the tempo down.
Are Afe Babalola described the visit of the royal fathers as special. He said traditional rulers and personalities within and outside the country have intervened, pleading to drop all charges against Dele Farotimi as he has nothing to gain in his imprisonment.
This is a special day for me. Why? I'm a Yoruba man and I'm very proud to be one. Mercy steps up to withdraw it.
It will be recalled that the human rights activist Dele Farotimi was arraigned before two courts in Ekiti for defamation. In Ado-Ekiti, Olukemi Sani, NTA News.
Now, more than 2 decades of Nigerians' democracy is mobilizing key factors on the nation's political landscape and beyond to initiate conversations towards its survival in the midst of challenging times. And the civil society organizations are setting the tone on the platform of National Conference on Strengthening Democracy in Nigeria. Political correspondent Abubakar Akwanga reports.
Thank you very much.
About 25 years of Nigeria's democracy is now a model for the assessment of an uninterrupted process, with top Nigerian politicians taking strategic positions to deepen knowledge and expertise regardless of party divide. Now, the guest speaker and immediate past vice president of Ghana, Mahmoudou Bawumia, blamed series of coup d'etat on the continent to poor political culture and values, and advocated selfless leadership, inclusive participation, and citizens' consciousness.
For our democracy to succeed and remain useful for the citizenry, ladies and gentlemen, we require a new set of leaders. Leaders who place national interest over and above individual parochial interests.
Electoral reforms that will entrench democracy of best global standards and promote platforms that will provide solutions to most unanswered questions, poised by continued effort to attain democratic glory.
The focus of this conference includes fostering the development of political parties that are truly representative, open to internal democracy, and accountable to the people. That we must use democratic institutions and democratic practices to revive, to bring back the integrity of the electoral process.
Representative of Nigerian Vice President, former presidential candidate Labour Party, former governors and other stakeholders remarked that Nigerian democracy must be defended against abuse and manipulation.
Nigeria's position regarding the fate of democracy in Africa, particularly in our neighborhood, is to respect the sovereignty of peoples and encourage a return to democracy because citizens in each country desire that return.
Let's talk about the future of the country, because often we abandon the country and what we need to do, talking about power grab.
The national conference, among other things, aimed to attain a better political system and orientation that will reflect the will of the people with an improvement beyond the 2023 experience. In Abuja, Abubakar Akwanga, NTA News.
We will be going on a break. Please stay tuned.
Download the Glow Cafe app today. You see, here you get everything all in one. So if you love music, you love Glow Cafe with a music catalog of over 2 million tracks. And if live radio is your thing, say no more. Just hit play and enjoy on Glow Cafe. Welcome to Total Control, so you can recharge or buy bundled, borrow data, and credit sharing and gifting. You've got all that too. You also get extra value with our range of value-added services on the Glow Cafe app. Watch all the action with Glow Cafe's exclusive range of video. Glow Cafe's got it all. And when it comes to gaming, we ain't playing around with Africa's gaming collection. And the best part, you get free activation bonus. So download the Glow Cafe app on Google Play or the App Store.
Glow Unlimited.
Welcome back from the break. Communities in Ondo State have taken proactive steps to guard against monkeypox outbreak and other public health diseases. Ifeoluwa Omosule reports that the awareness level and modalities put in place are commendable, with no recorded cases of monkeypox in the state.
Good sanitary and hygiene practices like regular washing of hands with soap and running water, as well as the use of hand sanitizers, are some of the noticeable steps taken by communities in Ondo State to contain the spread of public health diseases. Wearing a face mask in crowded environments is also being encouraged, in line with the saying, prevention is better than cure. Medical practitioners are also imploring residents of Akure to cultivate the habit of regular hygiene practice by keeping their immediate environment clean and follow the public health protocols established during COVID-19 outbreak. They further highlighted some of the causes and symptoms of monkeypox, noting that efforts at combating the communicable disease should be intensified.
There will be a fever of a very high grade. At the same time, there will be loss of appetite, there will be generalized body pain, then there will be headache, then there will be a history of a poor sleep.
We will have a very high level of suspicion. You have to be very, very conscious of it. Somebody is coughing in your area and is running temperature. You just have to suspect this and make sure you report at the nearest public hospital or private hospital.
Akure residents are not taking things for granted as they kit themselves with personal protective materials whenever they are in public space. The Sikon area of Akure Metropolis is one of many local communities where leaders are enforcing good sanitary and hygiene practices.
I've been trying to meet all the community leaders to take care of their environment and their children during this period.
The program of the government, we've been following it, and we sensitize all the people in the environment to keep the environment clean, to make sure that they don't eat any food anyhow.
It is believed that residents of the state would comply with laid down guidelines and sensitization jingles via radio and television stations, as well as social media platforms, to raise the awareness level of the people against monkeypox. In Akure, Ifeoluwa Omosule, NTA News.
The Federal Road Safety Corps says it recorded 16.2% reduction in road traffic crashes during the 2024 traffic U-Tide Special Patrol Operations nationwide. Corps Marshal Shehu Mohammed announced this while briefing the media on the activities of the Corps between 15th of December 2024 and 15th of January 2025. Oyemi Ajayi has the details.
The 2024 end-of-the-year Operation Zero Tolerance Special Patrol was aimed at ensuring safety and security of motorists before, during and after the Yuletide.
Sit down, please.
Now, the period has ended and the report card ready. The commercial isn't holding back to read out the results. Out of 531 road traffic crashes recorded in the period under review, 169 were said to be fatal, 287 serious, while 75 were minor. The landmark crashes recorded 7% of the total crashes during the period, and these resulted in the death of 247 persons, which constituted a whopping 39% of the total deaths recorded within the period. Major causes of these crashes include the conveyance of persons in haulage vehicles, overloading of persons, conveying petroleum products in passenger vehicles, and fatigue. Another major concern which has increased number of deaths is the incessant tanker crashes at different parts of the country.
It is pertinent to emphasize at this juncture that out of the total fatalities that occurred in 2024, 411 deaths, representing 7.6% of the total deaths, were not primarily caused by the crashes, but a secondary factor, which is the very monster we are fighting today, scooping of fuel from fallen tankers. This therefore implies that without the casualties recorded from scooping fuel from crashed tankers, the Corps will have recorded 5,010 deaths in 2024 against the 5,081 in 2023, signifying 1.4% reduction in total number of people killed.
It was also reported that between January and December 2024, there was a 10% road traffic crash reduction, 2% reduction in injuries, 7% increase in fatalities. Oyeyemi Ajayi, NTA News.
It was showers of encomium for Assistant Director News and Officer in Charge, NTA Ijebu Ogun State, Fumilayo Opatola, as she bows out of service in grand style with a retirement and 60th birthday Thanksgiving services. Likon Abunde reports that the event attracted dignitaries from far and near, including serving and retired staff of the NTA.
It was a colorful atmosphere of joy, filled with songs of praise and thanksgiving as family, friends, colleagues, and associates, including NTA family, gathered at the RCCG Adonai Worship Center, Abeokuta, to celebrate God's faithfulness in the life of the retiring Assistant Director News and Officer in Charge, NTA Ijebu, Fumilayo Opatola, who bows out after years of meritorious service to our fatherland. The two-in-one celebration culminating in the celebrant's Diamond Jubilee in the land of the living. In his admonition, Pastor Lawrence Achudime of the Victory Life Bible Church recalls his over 30 years relationship with Mrs. Opatola, celebrating her steadfastness and uprightness in Christ, while also commending her for being a disciplined and peace-loving woman. He admonishes her to be more closer to God and engage in community service in retirement.
I can talk about Fumi for hours. She is a woman of integrity, a woman of honor. She loves God and loves God's people.
The General Manager, NTA Abeokuta, Kehinde Onoda, and other dignitaries, including parents of the celebrant, describe Fumi Opatola as a great dancer, team player, and a leader par excellence who is passionate about her profession.
He's a wonderful person to work with, very pleasant, though disciplined, a go-getter to the core. And we miss her. She's somebody who is highly resourceful, highly committed, and outstanding in various ways. She has been a very strong woman, very tenacious, and she has the drive.
Very dedicated to the work of God, and even in the society, our alumni, she's very reliable. Even in our platform, everyone's birthday, she's the first to put it there.
is about the line somebody who is very passionate about the job. She is a no-nonsense person when it comes to the job.
Her role and contribution in the church has been so commendable and very immense.
She passed through us and she took instruction, and that's why it is the way it is today. But what I wish for her is that as from today, God will do something new in her life.
She will not retire to death. She will not retire unto sickness. She will not retire unto trouble.
Since I joined broadcasting, she has been always there. A disciplinarian to the core, a warm woman, very friendly.
Auntie Funmi Opatola is a wonderful sister and a special boss, one who encourages younger elements.
God be the glory. She's a very pleasant woman to work with. I thank God for your life.
With her face aglow with a sense of fulfillment, the celebrant appreciated God and people who contributed to her growth and successful career.
I'm so happy, so blessed, so grateful to God, because God Almighty has been so merciful unto me. The journey was not that palatable, but because God was in the ship with me, so I say true.
Funmilayo Opatola joined the service of the Nigerian Television Authority, NTA, after she completed her National Youth Service in NTA Ijebu ode in 1994, and rose through the ranks to become the Assistant Director News and retired as Officer in Charge, NTA in Ijebu State.
That's all we have for you today on NTA Ijebu ode News 7. Thank you for joining us today. Good night.
Ẹ máa wo eléyìí. Ó rẹ̀ pé òun nìkan ni. Ká sọ tòótọ́, mo ti dára ní ìlọ́po mẹ́wàá irú obìnrin tí mo jẹ́ tẹ́lẹ̀. Bẹ̀rẹ̀kẹ̀tẹ̀ ní ìlọ́po mẹ́wàá.
Jẹ ìgbádùn ìlọ́po mẹ́wàá dátà àti dátà ìlọ́po méjì, ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ ohun ìpè, Instagram, TikTok, streaming olóhùn àti tàwòrán, ìpè Zoom àti bẹ́ẹ̀ bẹ́ẹ̀ lọ.
Ó ní láti jẹ́ pé ń lálàá ni. Bọ̀tọ́ síbẹ̀ o, mo tún jẹ ẹgbẹ̀rún kan náírà ẹ̀bùn ìkíni káàbọ̀ fún ìlò ìpè àti dátà. Gbogbo eléyìí fún bẹ̀rẹ̀kẹ̀tẹ̀ ìlọ́po mẹ́wàá.
Gba ìláglo rẹ kí o jẹ gbádùn bẹ̀rẹ̀kẹ̀tẹ̀ ìlọ́po mẹ́wàá. Ìyẹn ìlọ́po mẹ́wàá rìsáàjì rẹ. Àjẹmọ́nú ìfà ìkíni káàbọ̀ ẹlẹ́gbẹ̀rún kan náírà. Àjẹmọ́nú ìfà ìlọ́po méjì dátà àti ìfà dátà òru tàbí kí o kàn tẹ *301#.